Hello and welcome to Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts. I'm Sam.
I'm Drew.
And today we're talking about the first of the Disney worlds.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous about this because my experience with Kingdom Hearts more recently has been a lot of the non-numbered games where the Disney worlds are kind of a throwaway garbage pile that have no reason to exist. So I was a little worried that we'd be dealing with that, but I don't think we are.
No, I don't think so. I guess I don't know what things are significant, what things aren't, but it really seems like there are things that I would think would be vital to the series from here on out.
So Tarzan is Sora's dad. That's one thing.
That's clear. I was sad there was no Phil Collins that I could hear.
Well, this is something worth talking about. Tarzan, I didn't actually know this until the other day, but the rights to Tarzan are not owned by Disney, so they had to get like special permission to put it in this game at all.
Or are they owned by like Edgar Rice Burroughs' estate or something? Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tarzan has not come back to Kingdom Hearts since this first game, and like any time they've ever done like revisiting the worlds from one, or like there's the rhythm game Melody of Memory that's got all the music, none of the Tarzan stuff made it in. It's all scourged. Literally, oh my god. Scourged is not the word. Scoured. There we go. I was looking in one of those lore books, the Ultimanias that I have, to see if there was any interesting notes from the Tarzan world, and I flipped. It was Wonderland, and then the next page was Colosseum, and then the next page was whatever's after Colosseum, and I'm like, where's Deep Jungle? I go to the fucking table of contents. It says that Deep Jungle is on page whatever, and it's literally just not there.
You know, that seems fine, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't matter, but I'm like, they didn't even have the rights to, like, refer to Tarzan
wow.
in the book.
That's
so
amazing.
Weird. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. We've got other stuff to talk about, even if it doesn't carry forward that Tarzan is Sora's dad.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that's important, but his mom's clearly not important, and so, like,
That's true.
Yeah. It's like,
oh man, I totally forgot. I was gonna throw together a theory about Pluto being the true mastermind.
Yeah.
I just see under my future Crackpot Corner segment list, I just wrote Pluto is the true villain, parentheses, horse shit. I don't remember what the basis for that was.
I'm sure that's at least as good as Jar Jar Binks as the real Jedi or the real Sith Lord theory.
It's gotta be better.
Yeah.
Okay, I did post in Discord, it's Pluto versus Hades competing for the title of God of the Underworld.
Very good.
That's all I got for now. We'll revisit that when it comes true in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah. It's all coming. Before we go on, I have to say that I will have a shocking confession to make at some point during this. I want to save it for the end because I don't want to kill this. And, It's so stunning that, you may want to cancel the podcast, so I think I want to save it for the end. But I promise that I will come clean.
Okay. I feel like if I would cancel the podcast over it, I'd probably want that to happen at the top, but I'll respect your choice, and I look forward to finding out why I'm going to cancel the podcast.
Yeah.
Shall we get into Sora's fun journey?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. I'm immediately going to start by grinding it to a halt and talking about gummy ships.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Well, okay, not gummy ships so much. Oh, fuck me. I just remembered. I have so many corrections for stuff that I fucked up last time. Nothing important, but like I said that Mae Whitman is Yuffie. She is 2 onward. It was Christy Carlson Romano, Kim Possible in this game.
I guess while we're doing that, I was wrong, and Donald is actually Scrooge's nephew.
Yeah, that was another one. I said in the opening that the falling stars were referencing the worlds being destroyed by the Heartless. That is incorrect, and I will get to that right now, because it's time to talk about the outer space of Kingdom Hearts. What is called... Okay, my books say that it's called the ocean between or the other sky. I literally have no memory of anyone ever using either of those terms in the games, but that's the outer space of Kingdom Hearts. And here's what's going on there, okay? So, the worlds of light exist in the realm of light, which I talked about last time.
Right.
The realm of darkness is sort of on another plane of existence. So... nothing that's in the realm of darkness is going to be found in this quote-unquote ocean. But we will find worlds from the realm between, because they're sort of in between. They exist in the realm of light, kind of in sort of an unstable form. We'll get more to that eventually. Okay. But each world of light, and this is kind of like a mechanical thing of like where Sora and friends can and can't go at different times, but they're all enclosed individually within these protective barriers, and there's no way to physically traverse through those barriers, although there are some methods for getting around them. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Every lore note in Kingdom Hearts has a stay tuned on it. But so what's happening is the Heartless in the realm of darkness have these sort of access points, stay tuned, into these worlds of light. Mm-hmm. And they are able to attack the barriers from the realm of darkness. So when they break those barriers, that is what they mean by the worlds being quote unquote connected. And that is how they can travel physically into these worlds with a gummy ship. Stay tuned. So the breaking of those barriers from inside of a world looks like a meteor shower. So that is what Sora was seeing, was the Heartless breaking open the barrier to the Destiny Islands in the opening.
It's kind of funny to me that then in the lore, the idea is that these worlds shouldn't be connecting ever. Which is like probably one of the big criticisms people would lodge against Kingdom Hearts is that it's bad actually to have all this stuff like interact with each other. But it's a series about that being the whole point.
Well, here's another stay tuned. There's a very good reason that those worlds are separated in the way that they are, but that is coming a long time from now.
Wow. Hey, listen, I try to poke holes and turns out I can't. There's an answer to everything. So.
I fucking dare you.
Because Nomura is the kid on the playground going, "No, you didn't shoot me. I had the magic shield."
Because it actually it absorbs bullets and eats them for food, which makes me able to do my powerful attack.
Yeah, and then
I wish that I had like a gun that fires inedible bullets, but I just don't. Mm-hmm. He's got me.
And then eventually Nomura's just by himself on the playground. Everyone else goes and plays basketball.
Except that there's losers like me congregating around him like, tell us more about the gun-eating bulletproof vest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here too. So,
does it have any buckles? Oh, you fucking better believe it's got buckles. We all start cheering.
This buckle, it connects to a zipper.
No way. I think that's enough world building and lore for now.
Okay.
But one of those stay tunes is for later in this same episode.
Oh, great. Okay.
So Sora goes to Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
The funny rabbit is here. He's running late like he iconically does. Yeah, I mean, a lot... Wonderland... I think this is probably the worst Disneyland in the first game. It's a lot of... I mean, you just watched the cutscenes. You didn't have to look at Sora traversing this forest.
Yeah. This is one of the parts I have played, though, and it's... I remember it all kind of looking the same and being bad to do.
It's rough. I don't remember how I felt about it when I played it as a kid, but watching the Let's Play of it, I was like, oh my god. I was I was skipping so much, and I still felt like I couldn't stand how much of it I had to see. It's all the, like, the forest and the growing and shrinking, and, like, now you're on the wall, and now you're on the ceiling. So you just have to, like, go through the same, like, 2 areas 100 times. Oh, God. And also the story is... I mean, what did you think of the story of Wonderland? Because I felt like it was kind of nothing.
Well, I do have a complaint to lodge at this part of the story. It seems like the writers of this story think that the monarchy might be bad. And I think that's really difficult, especially right now, because the whole world is in mourning.
It's not a good time, guys.
It's not a good time. And, like, I don't know. Tell me, like, one bad thing the monarchy's done.
I don't know, because I mean they tried to decapitate Alice from Alice in Wonderland, and she had it coming. So I'm kind of drawing a blank.
Yeah, and clearly there's no real world examples of how the monarchy's bad. So yeah, I mean
that didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah,
I do like that Donald is like to briefly go through what's happened. There's very little plot in Wonderland, I feel like, but basically. They meet the doorknob, who I only bring up because the doorknob is very important in a bit. I don't know how... I've never even seen Alice in Wonderland. I say the doorknob like people are going to know the doorknob. I only know the doorknob because of Kingdom Hearts. It's a talking doorknob.
I mean, I've read the book and I've watched that movie a bunch of times. So, yeah, the doorknob, that's pretty... Like, if you have seen it, you've seen it.
It's a doorknob.
Yeah.
There he is. So the Queen of Hearts is trying Alice for, what is it, attempted theft of her heart or something?
That's right, yep.
Which, by the way, I don't want to just keep naming voice actors, but I do have to give a shout out to Catherine Beaumont, who came back to voice Alice again for the first time since she was like 15 years old.
Wow, really? That's...
Yeah, it was 50 years later she returned to the role for Kingdom Hearts.
Bizarre, but great. Okay. She sounded fine. So good.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sora is like, hey, Donald and Goofy, we should probably step in so this child doesn't have her head cut off. And Donald's like, no meddling. What did I say? Morality is all a matter of perspective. Maybe in this world, it's good to cut off a kid's head for something she didn't do.
And we already know that Donald's a monarchist because he's, King Mickey's subject. So he's
it's nice to see you today, Your Majesty.
Yeah, so he believes in the divine right of kings, and he
sees the Queen of Hearts and immediately just kneels instinctively.
Yeah, he thinks this is good, so...
Goofy's like, no, Donald, this isn't ours. It's like, what?
Well, no, but he just respects all monarchy, because that's what a good boy does.
Yeah. So yeah, Sora like charges in, and this was weird. I don't know that this matters, but Goofy basically is like, okay, if Sora's stopping this, then I'm gonna back him up. Thank you, Goofy.
Yeah.
He starts to explain that her heart would have been stolen not by Alice but by the Heartless, but he like stops himself because I guess that would be disruptive, but surely they would see the Heartless, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the Heartless are already here, like, what's the harm? But,
right, the order is disrupted.
Yeah.
But I get, it's Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird shit happens there anyway.
Right.
They're just like, oh, the weird shadows are crawling around. Fiddle-dee-dee. Like I said, a lot of this world is like gameplay and running back and forth between the same places. So I don't know how much dialogue you would have gotten from the Cheshire Cat.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
I was really rolling my eyes at the part where the cat is like, you have to go through the forest and the mome raths outgrabe. Like, that's not how that works. I mean, maybe I'm being ridiculous trying to like enforce logic on the nonsense of Lewis Carroll. But it feels weird to just take out of context lines and just put them in tutorial text.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's good,
But it's fine. It doesn't matter. Nothing that happens in Wonderland really matters. They have to find capital E evidence which manifests as, the Cheshire Cat helps Sora find some boxes containing footprints and antenna, stink, claw marks, and then teaches him Blizzard, and that's Kingdom Hearts.
I didn't know he teaches him Blizzard. That's really good.
Yeah. Because, I don't remember the mechanics exactly. You can find one piece of evidence and call it good, but it, makes the boss fight harder or something like that. I don't remember. But if you go to the trouble of finding all 4 of them, the Cheshire Cat is like, wonderful work! Here's how to shoot ice out of your Keyblade! Thanks, Cheshire Cat.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Cheshire Cat. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, and you present the evidence to the queen, and she's like, okay, I don't care, and then you have to fight. And during the fight, Alice's cage is covered with a curtain, and at the end of the fight, she's not in it. Uh-oh.
And, that's the only important thing, really, that happened here, right? Is that Alice is gone.
I think if any, plot development happens in Wonderland, it's basically just establishing, A, the keyholes, which we'll get to in a moment, and B, princesses are being kidnapped. I mean, she's not a princess, but in she's a princess. It doesn't matter. Oh, you probably didn't have to watch the boss fight where the queen literally yells, "Get them, you fools!" every 2 seconds for the entire fight.
Get them, you fools! Get them, you fools!
No, but you say that, and that ignites a memory of that happening to me. Yeah,
You got to work on those voice cues a little better.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no, it's from Kingdom Hearts 2, so you wouldn't know this one, I don't think. But there's a very memey Phil in the Coliseum in Kingdom Hearts 2 constantly yelling, "Get up on the Hydra's back!" That's a good one.
This game sounds really good to play.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not going to deny that I love it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so blah 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 blah. They fight a boss with a really annoying hitbox. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a juggler guy.
Yeah.
Yay. And then after the fight, the doorknob yawns real big, and there's a keyhole in its mouth.
Naturally.
And which does make sense because its mouth is a keyhole, but the keyhole has a glowing keyhole in the keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. And Sora's Keyblade kind of does this on its own. It blasts a laser into it, and then they hear the sound of a door locking.
And I wanted to say that to me this is kind of disappointing. That Sora doesn't have to physically insert the key into the keyholes. Because very funny if he has to jam his key down the doorknob's mouth. And kind of fitting with Alice in Wonderland and how weird that shit is, but also just it's shaped like a big key. He should have to put it in the keyhole.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe they might have realized early on when they were designing each individual keyhole, oh yeah, he could put the key in the keyhole in the doorknob, and then they look forward to oh, this keyhole is like a cloud in the sky, and Sora has to get in a big crane to reach it, and they're like, maybe we have to rethink this.
I mean, or just have it be something else. I don't know.
Well, then that would be limiting his creativity. I
guess so. But I
don't know. It would have been really funny, but I can see why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
It's lore time. Remember when I said that I would be explaining a thing from a minute ago?
I do.
It's time. It's time to explain the keyholes, kind of. So here's what the fuck is going on in the plot of this game. Every person has a heart. We know this, of course. But also, every world has a heart, which is sort of an aggregation of all the hearts of the people in the world. So, the heartless, we know that they instinctively seek people's hearts. Even more than that, their real big prize is stealing the heart of a world. So, the keyhole is, they have a dual purpose, essentially, which is, number one, the keyhole is what sort of generates the barrier around the world itself. But I mean, I say dual purpose. They basically are a double layer of defense. They have the barrier around the world, and then they themselves are barriers to the heart of a world.
Got it. Okay.
So the Heartless, when they're in the Realm of Darkness, and I said they're attacking the entrance to a world, they are attacking the keyholes from the Realm of Darkness, which breaks open the barrier, and now they're able to physically travel to the world, and once they're there, then they're looking for the keyhole. They have to actually find it and get it open, and then they can get at the heart of the world. So any time where we hear, like, Jiminy Cricket is like, oh, our world, oh, poor Pinocchio, I don't know where he is since our world was destroyed. That's what happens, is that the Heartless break into their world, find the keyhole, get through it, and get the heart of the world.
Okay.
So Sora's job as a Keyblade wielder is to find these keyholes and lock them, which means that the hearts of any world that he locks, supposedly, according to the book, literally in the book, it's like, legend has it, so I don't even know if this is canonically true, but supposedly a keyhole that has been locked by a Keyblade can never again be unlocked. So that's what's going on.
But
there.
What? Okay.
Now,
so, wait, it can't be unlocked. Like, not even another Keyblade can unlock it. It's just it's locked and we're done.
Don't know. The book says supposedly, so I assume that what I'm supposed to take away from that is that there's no precedent for a keyhole being unlocked again. Yeah. Maybe it could happen.
Nomura's reserving the right to have them open back up.
Yeah. That's probably what it is they're like, I don't know. We might do that at some point. I'm not going to print in the book that you can't. There is an important note about all of this, which is that keyholes in Kingdom Hearts, they represent a lot of different things. Like, every world's heart is behind a keyhole, but there's other keyholes that are other things. Just generally speaking, a keyhole in Kingdom Hearts is a type of portal on a metaphysical boundary of some kind or another.
Okay.
So we'll be seeing other keyholes eventually, but in the first game, we're just dealing with the ones that protect the hearts of worlds. That's all we need to worry about.
And we're not even talking about doors.
Oh god, don't get me started on doors. You can use them to go in between rooms and buildings.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, actually, I guess it's fine if you get me started on them, because that's pretty much it.
Okay.
The doors of Kingdom Hearts protect what are called loading zones. That's the lore.
Okay. I mean, there's that big brown door in the cave, so I assume doors will come up, but...
Yes, that door, we will be getting to it. Oh, here's another fucking correction. It has come to my attention. We talked about that scene with Riku where he's not talking out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know the reasoning for this, but any scene where, like, Sora, Riku, whatever, are talking and there's no voice, in this game specifically, those are Final Mix original cutscenes, and for whatever reason, they're all unvoice acted. I think Mix was saying that Final Mix originally came out only in Japan, and Nomura doesn't like to do voice acting if it's not going to be in both versions.
Because he doesn't want to, like, separate people's knowledge.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, I don't know if that's the reason, but that's what I think Mix said. But yeah, so I was saying that I didn't understand why Riku was silent in that scene. There's gonna be a few more of those, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
What happens then? They find like a gummy block, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I got that.
Oh, okay. Well, they find a gummy block. Maybe the reason you didn't get that is because that's all there is to... They find a gummy block.
Okay, great.
Oh my god. I completely forgot about this, but Goofy... This is not... I'm not going to really get into this, but Goofy says in dialogue to Sora, he's like, we should go find a save point so we can get back to the ship. And I was like, okay. The fact that Goofy has out loud referred to save points, I'm like pretty sure that that's just the game telling you, here's how you can go back to the ship.
Nope.
But I looked up on the wiki save points to see, like, please tell me there's no lore behind them. And there is a lot of, not lore, but very specific mechanics to how save points work in this game to a degree that I was like, I can't. I can't get into this. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put it past him to be like, to make save points the thing you do, but also make it like a lore relevant thing.
Yeah, basically there's just two types of them, and they work in different ways, but they save your game normally, obviously. But I'm like 99% sure that there is not lore behind that, and there never will be. But I wish that I was sure, but I'm just not.
This is what Kingdom Hearts does to you, apparently.
I know. I'm like, please tell me there's no save point lore, please. But maybe.
Sam, I'm not sure you're convincing me that this is so good sometimes.
Well, now you're making me want to explain how the save points work, and I'm just not going to do it.
Okay.
Then we go to the Olympus Coliseum. This is a weird. I think the Coliseum is the only world that's in every game. I'm pretty sure. Which means that I'm very fucking sick of it.
I mean, is it just probably because it's like an easy way for them just to throw a bunch of fights at you and then move you on?
Yeah, I think so, because I don't think it always has an arena mechanic, but it often does. And yeah, I think it's usually just because they're like, oh, that's a fun like thing for the player to do, is to fight through an arena. And like sometimes it is, but not every game, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I find the Coliseum a little exhausting sometimes, but I think it's good in this one. They don't spend that much time there.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it, yeah.
Yeah, we basically meet Phil. He says that they're getting ready for the games.
I wrote that down too. Games.
Gotta get ready for the games.
That's not DeVito, right? That's a DeVito alike, I assume.
One of like 5 people who couldn't be bothered to come back for Kingdom Hearts.
Kind of surprising. DeVito does random shit, but I guess he just saw that and was like, no way.
Okay, well now I need to Google because I don't want to get this wrong again. This is Robert Costanzo. Oh, he apparently is like the guy who is the voice double for Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay.
In like anything.
Got it.
I think it really speaks to 2 things about Phil. Number 1, how unobservant he is, and number 2, what a friendless loser he is. That Sora, a child, walks in and is like, "Hi, what's going on here?" And Phil's like, "Not now, Herc."
Yeah.
Like he can't conceive of a reality where anyone else is talking to him.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think of it that way. I just, I thought it's just because Sora and Hercules are so alike in character. So,
Phil basically tells them that like heroes from all over the world are coming to compete in the games. Donald and Goofy want to compete, but Phil's like, 3 words: "You guys ain't heroes." Classic Phil joke.
Yep, good bit.
Then they have to. I would hope for your sake that you didn't have to watch them hit barrels for an hour.
Is that what happens? No, I did not watch that.
I mean, I don't think it's that long, but I certainly remember it feeling that long as a kid, where Phil's like, "You want to compete? You're gonna have to show that you can hit these barrels."
That's like the movie, I guess.
Yeah, they hit barrels, and then Phil says, "Great job! Now get out of here." But who should stop them on their way out but Mr. James Woods himself?
Yeah, James Woods here to tell Sora the truth about these games and the things that coastal elite satyrs won't tell him.
The games are rigged by the Democrats.
Yeah.
Stop the steal. Cloud was supposed to win. He gives Sora a ticket to compete, and they take it to Phil, and he's like, "Well, all right, that checks out." And he warns them that some real weirdos have signed up this year. That really makes me want to believe that the Heartless filled out paperwork.
Yeah, I mean,
most of the people Sora fights are not people; they're Heartless.
I mean, Hades probably did all that, I would guess, but
he made Pain and Panic do it.
Oh yeah, that's probably
he's not bothering with that shit.
No,
they're not in this. I don't remember if we ever see them in 2 or 3. We probably do. I mean, they come to the fucking Hercules world so many times. If Pain and Panic don't show up, then that's just an insult to them.
Yeah, I mean,
and they do deserve it.
It did seem like they didn't want to render any models they didn't have to in this game, because
that is true.
Because as far as I can tell, there's no one watching these games.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know, the Colosseum, there's no Colosseum in 3. Yeah, we never see the Colosseum in like a modern console.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I think you literally will be like in the Colosseum competing, and you'll like win, and you hear people cheering for you, and you're just looking around like there's nobody here. It's really weird. They didn't even like, most games would put like little like chunky sprites in at least.
Yeah,
no,
or
these
just
are
like
just empty seats.
Like one flat texture of like unmoving like little guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe was it? I don't know if this was like an early PS2 game. I feel like a PS2 could handle more than that. Although maybe they were worried because there's enemies. I don't know. Maybe they genuinely were like, we can't have people in the stands.
It may very well have been a limitation. Although I remember that shitty Quidditch game for the PS2 having people in the stands. But
I loved that game.
I played a lot of that game. Man, did it suck.
I had it for the GameCube, but. So I don't know. Maybe the GameCube port was just really fun, but I played a lot of it.
Oh, I did too. It's just I don't think it's a good game, but anyway.
Almost certainly not. It's a Quidditch game.
Yeah.
So Cloud walks in, and he's looking edgier than ever before.
It's a really sick cape.
Yeah. A fun fact about his outfit in this. So I never finished Final Fantasy VII, so I don't actually know this character, but I do know that there's a guy named Vincent.
Yes.
Apparently, early in development, Vincent was going to be in this game.
Oh.
But Nomura was like, it feels kind of redundantly broody to have 2 dark, broody anime men. So he just gave Cloud like half of Vincent's outfit.
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's he's got like the like spiky claw glove and the big cape. Yeah. That's Cloud cosplaying as Vincent.
What restraint from a person that I thought had 0 restraint?
There's even more. I have another one here. Riku from Final Fantasy X. Yeah. She was going to be in it. There's concept art of her. I don't know if they cut her because her name was Riku and there's a Riku already. But, yeah, they cut Riku from Final Fantasy X, and they just gave her outfit to Yuffie, because she's the most similar character.
Cool. I mean, I kind of noticed that, but I was just like, wow, maybe just that their outfits look similar, because they're both Final Fantasies.
Yeah. I got another fun fact right after that one. I don't remember if I said this in the recording or not. I was like, I'm going to restrain myself on all this trivia. No, I'm not.
That's cool.
Sora's victory poses are based on different Final Fantasy characters. He's got like the like Buster Sword spin that Cloud does. Yeah. He's got Squall's like sort of double gunblade slash and then like turn around and put it over his shoulder. There's a third one where he like punches the air. I saw people saying that kind of looks like Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. Less sure about that one, but that's trivia. That's the trivia corner.
All right. Well,
the trivia train has left the station for now.
Yeah.
Phil says that Hercules is visiting his dad, and that's why he's not going to be here for the plot.
Right. Yeah.
He's barbecuing with Zeus.
Yep.
What's Cloud's deal here? Hades has like a contract with him.
Yeah, and I assumed this was a like reference to Cloud being a mercenary.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I think we learn more about this later, but he says that he's looking for someone.
Right.
And I think he says that Hades has promised that he will help him find this someone.
Right.
And in exchange, Hades wants him to kill a child.
I guess.
Cloud is like, the deal was that I would kill Hercules, and Hades is like, well, there's a stipulation in the contract that I can also tell you to kill a 14-year-old boy.
Cloud's not that upset, though.
What's that?
Cloud's not that upset by being told to do that, though, I would say.
No, he's very edgy about it. He's like, well, if I have to kill a kid.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here, Cerberus shows up. Oh, yeah, because Cloud and Sora fight, and I think I said last time that I thought that you couldn't beat Squall, Leon, whatever, in Traverse Town. I think this is what I was thinking of. I think you can't beat Cloud here.
Oh, really? Because it shows, the version I watched shows Cloud taking a knee like he got beat.
Oh, really? Shit, maybe I'm just bad at the game. But I think whether you win or not, it plays the same cutscene, which is, well, actually, now I'm curious. What was yours?
So, Cloud does the fun anime thing of, like, I've been slashed a million times by a sword, and so now I'm very sleepy, and I get down on my knee.
He puts on a little sleeping cap and gets a little candle on a dish.
He goes, me. No, he gets down on a knee, and then Cerberus stomps him and really owns him.
Oh, okay. So, the version that I saw, Cloud is, like, standing over Sora with his sword, like, debating whether to kill him.
Oh.
Yeah. And he doesn't do it. He turns and is like, no, the deal's off, Hades, or whatever. And Hades is like, oh, well, I brought Cerberus just in case. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So he unleashes Cerberus.
Yeah.
That's weird. I feel that version of the cutscene sounds a lot more confusing.
Well, it like makes sense. Like, you beat Cloud, and then Hades just like, well, guess what? Guess what, fucker? You're still gonna lose. Here's Cerberus.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, you're right. Because in my mind, it's like, oh, well, Cerberus is the contingency plan if Cloud betrays him. But yeah, in that one, it's the contingency plan if Cloud loses. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
And then Hercules is here to fight Cerberus, but he's got to protect Cloud, who's hurt, so he can't fight Cerberus at his strongest.
Yeah, see, look, they got it perfect, because in my version, Cloud's hurt because he got stomped on. He got Big Stompy, so...
Yeah, I think he gets stomped either way. Okay, yeah. It actually makes perfect sense either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sora has a boss fight against Cerberus. This is a fucking hard fight, I remember, but I remember really liking it also. And you win, because you win.
I mean, Hercules says stuff about how, like, you... only won because he softened up Cerberus.
Yes, which genuinely probably true.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so because you beat Cerberus, Phil rewards you all with the title of Junior Heroes.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild. Oh yeah, this is where Cloud is like moping outside afterwards, and Sora like stops to... I loved... This is so fucking... If I was Cloud, I would be so mad, because Cloud is like, I wanted to exploit the power of darkness, but it looks like it backfired on me. And I just wanted to find this person, and Hades took advantage of my desperation. And then this little boy Sora is just like, hey, I'm searching for someone too. You'll find them.
Yeah. So very helpful.
That's really reassuring coming from a child.
I just like that Cloud's thing is like, I thought I was the biggest edgelord around, and I thought I'd just be even bigger edgelord, and turns out I just couldn't be that big of an edgelord.
I flew too close to the dark sun.
Yeah.
He didn't count on the biggest edgelord of all. Disney's Hercules.
That's right. Who sounds like Peter Parker, and I'm assuming this is also not even a sound alike, because I don't remember Hercules sounding like that.
No, this is him.
What?
Tate Donovan, I think, is his name.
Did Hercules always have like a vaguely New York accent? I don't...
Well, this is funny. I looked this up because I was playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was like, why does Hercules sound like he's from fucking New Jersey? It's because his voice actor is from New Jersey. It is him.
Okay, I guess I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I mean, it's like,
I haven't either. I don't know if it's just like he really tried to subdue the accent for the film and just didn't try as hard in the movie, or like all the years later his accent just had gotten stronger or what, but Yeah, that is good old New Jersey boy Hercules.
I like the idea that in Disney's canon, just all ancient Greeks just sound like they're from New Jersey or like the Bronx.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But then Meg walks in and she's like, "Hey, Wonder Boy."
Yeah. She sounds like Dr. Girlfriend. And
this is actually really this is a gameplay thing, but it's really interesting because I had completely forgotten. One of Sora's like signature moves is his Sonic Blade, where he zips around like back and forth with his Keyblade and stabs people. That is a move that Cloud uses against him and then teaches him after you beat him.
Oh,
which is, I think they probably can both do that in Super Smash Bros., which is weird to think about.
That is bizarre.
God, there's no way, but I'm really having a smile imagining that if you like play Smash Bros. With Cloud and Sora, they have like dialogue together. I don't think Smash does that, but goddamn,
no,
if only.
Yeah, they don't do that kind of thing.
Hey, Cloud, I haven't seen you since I kicked your ass in Hercules Arena.
Oh yeah, great.
Great, good to see you. Thank you. They leave and Hercules or Hades rather goes red flame mode and rages about how much he hates Hercules. And now Sora, he's got 2 thorns in his side that he wants to kill. Yay. And then Maleficent just like walks up and Hades just like kind of tells her to fuck off, and that's kind of the whole thing.
Why was he so mad about what Maleficent said? Like, I feel like Maleficent says something like really neutral and then Hades gets really mad about it.
I mean, whatever she said, it must have been so innocuous that clearly neither of us even bothered to write it down.
Yeah, it was just something like, "Yeah, I guess you did lose," and then he's like really pissed.
He's a very mean man, that Hades.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think he might be a bit of a villain.
Maybe, yeah.
Now we go into dirty copyright territory with Deep Jungle.
Surprised I can even watch this.
The intro to this is yeah, you try to play the game now and there's like a black background with white text that's just like this scene has been removed from the game due to copyright reasons. The beginning of this is so weird because Donald is like, we're not landing there. There's no way the king would ever deign to set foot in a jungle.
Okay, yeah, so I didn't get that part. I was really wondering because Sora's just mad at Donald later.
Oh, they didn't include that in the theater mode?
No. So
that's weird.
It is weird. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens here is Donald is like, they fly up to it and Sora's like, let's land here and look for Riku and Kairi. And Donald's like, no, we're looking for the king. He would never go to, quote, a backwater place like that.
I mean, that sounds right to me about how monarchs are, so I think Donald's right.
How Donald views the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember this trait about him, that he's, not only is he an asshole, but he's also like a hardcore classist monarchist.
Yeah, he's just like, he's an aristocrat, and yeah, he would never...
He's not even that good of a wizard, he's just like old school nobility.
Yeah, yeah, his family...
He just inherited the title when the greatest wizard of all, Uncle Scrooge, abdicated.
Yep.
to become a businessman. But yeah, Sora's like, no, we gotta land here, and they like fight over the controls, and Sora like crashes the gummy ship, is what happens. That's why they're separated, that's why they're mad at each other. That's weird that they didn't include that in the theater mode at all.
No, Sora's just being a dick, and I was like, what's going on? And I was like, I must have missed something. Okay.
Yeah, no, Donald was the one being a dick.
Yeah.
And Sora like crashes into a treehouse and he's by himself, and he gets attacked by Sabor from the movie, who is a leopard for anyone who doesn't know.
This was exciting. I mentioned last show I was on Feet Watch, and Sabor shows feet. That's how you...
That feels... I mean, if we're going to count that, why aren't we just talking about Tarzan?
Oh, well, no, I mentioned this only because the first shot you see of Sabor is just a close-up of his feet.
Oh, okay.
That's how he's introduced, and I thought that was funny.
I did feel a little weird watching Sora beating up an animal with his Keyblade. I know it's self-defense, but...
Oh yeah, all the Sabor stuff seems real fucked up. It was very bizarre.
Sabor, like, attacks you throughout this world. Just you'll be, like, exploring, and I think, like, some areas have, like, a random chance for Sabor to attack. So you have to really beat the shit out of this animal numerous times.
Yeah, that's not even the worst thing that's going to happen to this animal.
I don't remember what happens to the animal.
I'm pretty sure Clayton shoots it to death.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty...
Well,
yeah.
Fucking rip Sabor, I guess.
Yeah.
So Sora hits a little kitty cat with his big metal stick for a while. A defenseless kitty cat that is trying to eat him. And Tarzan shows up to defend him. Sabor just jumps out of a window, like leaps through a glass window, which I don't know if a cat would do.
Yeah. Why, and like, how'd they get glass in that window? I don't understand any of this.
What do you mean?
Like, how did Tarzan get glass into a window in a treehouse?
He didn't build the treehouse.
Oh, who built the treehouse?
I think, if I remember correctly, I haven't seen Tarzan in a long time. I kind of actually wanted to rewatch it after watching the Disney World of it, because I was like, damn, this is a good fucking film. I think. I think that what happens is that, like, Tarzan's parents are, like, explorers.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
I think they built the treehouse after they were, like, stranded. And then I think they both died for some reason and, like, left him with the gorillas.
All right, well, I stand by that. I don't think it's that easy to make panes of glass when you're in the deep jungle, but this is a really important thing for us to talk about and spend a lot of time on is how they put these glass windows in the treehouse.
I think 1 more hour should do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Glass. Maybe they used glass blowing techniques, but then how did they get them?
Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
We'll devote another hour to that, and then we'll come back to the first hour.
Okay.
That'll be next week. But for now, Sora is asking Tarzan, like, have you seen my friends? He's gonna ask if he's seen Donald and Goofy, but then he gets mad and says, actually, I'm looking for Riku and Kairi.
That's right. And that's when I was like, what the fuck, Sora? It's like, you just don't care about Donald and Goofy now? But there's...
It's like, you know what? If I'm being honest, I don't know why he's not like, yeah, there's Donald, Goofy, Riku, and Kairi.
Yeah, it's because
he's mad. Have you seen any of them at all? I haven't known Donald and Goofy that long. I'm prioritizing my childhood friends.
Yeah.
Very reasonable of him.
Yeah.
Also, Donald sucks.
Yes.
He sees Kairi, but then she disappears.
Yeah.
And Tarzan tells him that his friends are in the ah.
And I liked this because the subtitles make it look like Tarzan's cursing.
They're in fuck.
I like the idea
to find your friends.
I do like that idea. Fuck. I like the idea that Sora does think he's saying something like important and profound, and he's just cussing at this kid over and over again.
He's saying in Gorilla, up your button around the corner.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, your friends are who the fuck cares, kid?
The whole time he's adventuring with Tarzan, Tarzan's like, and Sora's just like, yeah, for sure, man. And Tarzan is like, hey, is your refrigerator running?
Yeah. I might be able to believe it because Tarzan has like the saddest eyes this whole time.
He has such sad eyes.
Yeah.
And such visible feet.
He does. Yeah. Doesn't show feet the same way Sabor does, but there are feet. Thank you for mentioning that.
And I gotta say, I don't know if I would want to be barefoot when, I don't know if you witnessed the, like, sliding around on tree branches mini game.
No, it's a big part of that movie, though.
Man's getting some bad splinters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deep Jungle's another world that I like the story of it, but my god, there's a lot of just, like, backtracking and some truly god-awful platforming, if you remember that.
I don't. I think I've...
You don't remember swinging on vines?
No, I think I thankfully just blanked that all out.
Oh my god. There's like a whole like vine swinging section, and if you fall, you like land in this like hippo lagoon.
So it's like the race. It's like the race at the beginning, kind of,
but you lose so much more. So yeah, Sora goes to look for the EU. Meanwhile, Donald and Goofy are sitting on a rock, and Goofy is wondering if Sora is okay, and Donald says, "Phooey to him."
Yeah, Donald's just kind of like sitting in like a sexy pose for some reason.
I don't know if I quite had the same observation. Oh no, I know what you mean. Isn't he like lying kind of flat on the rock, like hand on his hip?
Yeah, he's kind of like in like a model pose, like he's got like
he's
lying on his side.
I do actually remember that.
He's kind of showing feet, but not as much this time.
I didn't write down in my notes that Donald looked really hot in this scene, but I guess now that you mention it,
weird. I just thought universally Donald looked really hot in this scene.
Donald. Well, you know who. You know who thinks that?
Who?
Is Turk from the movie Tarzan.
It's true. Turk does think that.
This is lesbian erasure. Rosie O'Donnell's character, Turk, really, really horny for Donald Duck.
He's not wearing any pants.
Turk wants a piece. None of the gorillas speak in this, sadly, which I guess it makes sense because like they only speak in the movie because it's all from Tarzan's perspective. Whereas it wouldn't really make a lot of sense. I think mostly, though, it's just that Lance Henriksen was probably busy.
Maybe. Yeah, I was kind of impressed with some of the restraint to not have them speak, but then it does lead to a lot of weird scenes where gorillas are just staring at them and then walk away.
Yeah, it's a little uneasy at times.
Yeah.
Although, if a gorilla was staring at me, I would probably simply back away.
Yeah.
Donald notices a gummy block on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, maybe this is a sign that the king was here. And then in walks Clayton with his rifle. This is I don't know if it's coming across me describing it. This is a bewildering series of moments.
It is, and it's really jarring to see the gun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Donald is being really sexy. Yep. They see Turk and they all scream.
Yep. Then
he's like, oh, a gummy block. Maybe Mickey was here. And then Clayton walks in with a giant gun.
Yeah.
Weird scene.
Yep.
Eventually Sora and Tarzan arrive at the camp and they meet Jane. And then Clayton walks in with Donald and Goofy and they did get Brian Blessed for this, which I love to hear him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked he had his line read of imbeciles.
Yeah. What am I doing with these imbeciles?
Here's something I learned about Brian Blessed in Tarzan. I didn't know this until the other day, but the guy who voiced Tarzan, I wrote his name down here somewhere. No, I didn't. The guy who voices Tarzan in the movie, he couldn't do the iconic Tarzan yell. So whenever Tarzan does the yell in the movie, that is actually Brian Blessed doing it.
Oh, that rules.
What a guy.
Tony Goldwyn, I guess.
Tony Goldwyn, yeah. So, yeah, Sora and Donald have, like, their little reunion before remembering that they're mad at each other. Am I remembering correctly that they, like, hold hands and jump around for a second?
Yes, and then they like, turn and cross their arms.
They're like, actually,
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. And then, shout out to Sora for being pretty chill about this when Goofy, like, shows Sora the gummy block and he's like, oh, it looks like the king actually was here. And Sora's just like, oh, okay. If I was Sora, I'd be like, oh, you hear that, Donald? You son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's because Sora's a perfect little pure boy. And
that's
you're not.
True. He's got a kinder heart than I.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Donald Duck.
Yeah, you're more of a Riku type, obviously. I'm sure people are always telling you that.
Yeah. Everyone is always... Well, nobody's ever compared me to Riku directly, but people are always telling me that I'm just a sexy guy and that all the girl gamers are gonna go wild.
Right.
So I'm very much like Riku in that way.
Yeah. I haven't been around for that, but I trust you that happens.
It happens all the time in real life. Basically what's happening here is that Sora tells Jane that Tarzan seems to maybe know where his friends are, but whatever like word he knows for it isn't translating, and he doesn't know how to express himself.
Right.
So Jane has the idea of like, why don't you go do some very basic platforming around the camp and look for the slides for this projector, and then we can like show Tarzan some pictures and see if that helps him explain himself.
Right.
So they do. There's not much to talk about here except for one interesting thing, which is that the first slide that they look at is a castle, and Sora says, "That's weird. This is so familiar to me."
Yeah.
I've never left my island before, and I haven't been to a castle since I left. So why do I feel like I know this castle?
Yeah, that was strange. I assume there's a good reason for that.
We'll learn the answer to that at some point. I know what it is.
Right.
But ultimately, it doesn't help Tarzan explain himself because none of the slides are someone getting trolled and owned. So Clayton gets gorilla pattern $signs in his eyes and says,
You know where we haven't checked? The gorillas.
And Tarzan's like, okay, well, I'm not going to show you where the gorillas are. And Jane's like, oh, just do it. And Tarzan's like, okay. Anything for Jane.
Yeah.
Hashtag do it for Jane. So there's some truly god-awful platforming. The gorilla nesting grounds in this cutscene. This is the fucking vine swinging area, and it is traumatizing to revisit. We don't hear... I don't remember how this plays out, because there's no dialogue from Kerchak. Tarzan's, like, talking in this scene, I think.
Yeah, Tarzan talks, I think.
He's, like, talking to the gorillas, but we don't hear their response.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, these people need our help, and then Kerchak just walks away. But Sora's like, it looked like he was looking at the treehouse. Time for me to do some more platforming. They go back.
Do you hear Clayton shooting his gun somewhere, too?
I didn't notice it.
Okay, it doesn't matter, I don't think, at this point.
But they get back to the treehouse several hours later. Whoever recorded the Let's Play, I could feel their pain. And little old Turk is here, and Clayton's like, oh, I'm gonna kill this fucking gorilla in front of all these people who don't want me to do that.
Yeah, it's a move, for sure.
It's not the stealthiest way to kill a gorilla.
No.
Although I don't know what that would be, and I don't want to know. But Donald basically just like distracts Clayton by doing a really loud Donald yell.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I don't think he like pushes Clayton or anything.
Yeah, it is funny because like he could just like shoot him with magic, but instead he yells at him.
He should have shot him with magic.
Yeah.
Damn it. But yeah, Clayton is just like,
oh, I was simply trying to protect her from a snake, you see.
Yeah.
And they're all just like, uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't get why they don't tell him just to get the fuck out at this point, but...
I don't know either, because the whole justification for, like, why Clayton is accompanying them is because the jungle is so dangerous. Like, Goofy's the goddamn captain of the guard, Clayton.
Yeah, it's not dangerous for Sora, obviously, or any of these people.
Sora has personally beaten the shit out of a leopard 6 times already in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clayton's just like, no, I gotta. And they're like, oh, okay, fine. Maybe we just have the benefit of having seen the film.
Yeah, I mean, I think even in the movie, they sort of stretch your disbelief in that.
Yeah. Jane is like, my Clayton, your mustache looks especially twirled today. You must have been up all night being very kind and generous.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happens? Oh, this is the part where they hear the gunshot.
Yeah.
they go back to Jane, and she's like, Clayton, I don't ever want you going near those gorillas ever again. And he, like, leaves, and he's like, I think he says, I'm going to kill every last one of those gorillas.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Bastard gorillas! I'll hunt down every last one of them!
Very ambitious.
Yeah.
He, like, hears a noise, and, like, looks around, and then back in the tent, they hear a gunshot, I think, is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know exactly what that was, but it's fine.
No, there's a couple confusing things that happen here, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if you would have seen this, because what this phase of this world is, gameplay-wise, is like, Sora and friends are like trying to find Clayton, and the way that you have to find him is literally but just checking everywhere. And everywhere you go, there is a gorilla being attacked by Monkey Heartless.
Yeah, I did.
So you have to like save the gorillas, and then they each give you a gummy block.
I saw a little bit of this. I had a question about the Monkey Heartless.
Yes.
Do you think that those are Heartless that were from monkeys?
You know, I never thought about it, but probably. Well,
or do Heartless also do the weird thing where they like try to dress up like the world they're going to?
So they haven't ever really gotten into the lore of why Heartless are like themed around the world that they're in. That's just like a thing that is known, is like Heartless. I think that it's said that like a Heartless that is created in a world will take on the characteristics of the world.
Okay.
If I had to do a lore guess, I would say probably what that could be is that a Heartless that is generated within a world is influenced by the heart of the world, perhaps? Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, or it's just, yeah, you're from that world, so you look like, you were a monkey or something, so you're now a monkey Heartless.
I've never imagined that they were literally the Heartless of monkeys. Kind of a grim thought, but yeah. I mean, it might be. I don't know who else's Heartless they would be.
Yeah, I don't know, there's some grim stuff in this game, so...
Yeah, I've never thought about that before, but the more I think about it, those probably are the Heartless of the local monkey population.
Yeah, they're just not as tough as the gorillas, so they turn into a little monkey Heartless.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. It's so fucked up that happened, and it's so fucked up that all the monkey Heartless are then attacking the gorillas.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Sora kills all of them.
Dark fucking games.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gorillas are inexplicably just giving you gummy blocks, which I feel like that implies that if Mickey was here, that like gorillas tore his ship apart.
Yeah, or he gave it to them as gifts.
If you meet Sora, give him this block.
Yeah.
That was a pretty bad Mickey.
Oh, I got these blocks for you, you little girls. I think that's okay.
I'm getting a little more free with the voices that I try to do, and it's not good for the podcast.
I don't know. We'll see what the fans think. All the fans.
Should I keep doing Disney character voices? Let us know on Twitter at SoundsBoutLight, because the full name was one character too long.
I didn't notice that. That's good.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What happens? Oh, they eventually find Clayton.
Yeah.
He has cornered the gorillas with an army of Heartless that he is leading. And Sora and everyone, they run in and they stop him from shooting gorillas. But Tarzan says that this is not Clayton. Ee-ooh-ah.
That was confusing to me. It's not Clayton.
The implications of Tarzan realizing that are kind of weird. But basically what he's saying is that Clayton has been corrupted by darkness.
I see. Okay. I didn't know if it meant that see, I was like, did something like take his form and there's something wearing a Clayton skin? It's just okay. He just means that.
So have you played Persona 4 by any chance?
A bit of it, yeah.
I think that we'll see some stuff in this that's kind of similar to like how the shadows work in that, where it's like you like a person who has been like corrupted by darkness, like they look like themselves, but they're being like kind of controlled by the Heartless in some way. I think that's kind of what we'll get a little bit of this in a little from like Maleficent, I think, where they're kind of alluding to the idea that like Clayton thinks that he's leading the Heartless, but he's basically just being puppeted by them. Yeah, it's pretty creepy, to be honest.
It is creepy. So I guess it's just like, it's one of these things that's very confusing. It's like, okay, so if you get really scared, you turn into a Heartless, or is it just like if they kill you?
Yeah, because I mean, the guy that we saw in Traverse Town before, he didn't seem like he had been like physically attacked by Heartless. He just like falls over and becomes a Heartless.
Because I think they say it's like your heart gets subsumed by darkness. So like,
yeah, I think it's sort of a metaphorical type of way where it's like not really metaphorical. I think it's kind of getting scared. I think that it's more like if your heart is sufficiently like pushed into quote unquote darkness, which is basically just like weakness, fear, like negative emotions, I think is the idea, is like in the case of the guy that Sora watched die in Traverse Town, that was probably a guy who already, unlike a Sora who has like a very strong heart to begin with, this is just some guy. He's just got a normal heart. He's not prepared to be around the Heartless. Maybe, I don't know if this is ever said, but the Heartless probably have some sort of like sort of draining effect where just like being around them when you're not like sufficiently able to deal with them probably like pulls you into darkness just automatically to some degree. But yeah, I think the idea with Clayton is like he's already got a lot of darkness in his heart. He's angry, he's violent, he wants power, he's greedy. So when the Heartless arrive and just sort of give him a push toward darkness, it wasn't difficult for him to become a puppet of the Heartless. I think that's probably how it works.
Yeah, I guess I was just curious. It's like, why is he a puppet and not just a Heartless? But
yeah, like why didn't his heart pop out in the way that guy's did?
Yeah, unless I guess it's like, oh, even though he's evil, he's stronger willed. I don't know.
I think that that's kind of what's going on, is that there's strong hearts and weak hearts, and someone like Clayton has a strong heart. It's just not a good one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I buy that.
But I think skipping ahead a little bit to Maleficent and I think Jafar talking about Clayton afterwards, I think they say like, he has a lot of darkness in his heart and like a lot of capacity for darkness. So he's got like a stronger heart than most people. But he was always going to be too weak to really like wield the Heartless in the way that he thought he was, I think. Another thing that I had considered that I don't know if we actually know which way it is. At first I was thinking that like Maleficent had showed up and been like, hey, do you want the Heartless? Knowing that he's gonna like not be strong enough to like handle them.
Right.
I don't know. I think it probably was the Heartless that showed up though. Although it is funny to imagine Clayton from Tarzan shooting Maleficent with a shotgun.
I do like, yeah, that's good.
Anyway, so Clayton is riding the back of an invisible chameleon Heartless, and they have a boss fight. And what happens at the end of the boss fight is kind of nuts, because they beat the Heartless, and Clayton like hops off, and he looks up at it, and I think he says something like, "Oh, get moving, you fool," or something. And this gigantic chameleon just collapses on top of him and kills him dead.
Yeah.
And then it just pops up on the screen, bling, Sora has learned Cure. That's nice.
Too late, though. He's not fast enough to save Clayton, though.
No, Sora is like, man, it would suck if that happened to me. I feel so inspired to invent a magic that would prevent it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's definitely it.
I have a sentence. I really enjoyed the Kingdom Hearts Wiki's description of this moment, which is, quote, As Clayton infuriatingly begins sighting down for another shot, the dizzy and dying stealth sneak comes up behind him and eventually collapses on top of the hapless hunter, crucifying him.
That's not what crucifixion is.
I don't think that's quite what happened.
Yeah, I don't think that it...
That feels like 2 layers deep in, like, right-click thesaurusing.
I would really, I would have a lot more to say about the scene if the chameleon fell over and then Clayton was lifted up into the air and impaled to, like, a giant cross, because that would be something. We would...
Yeah, the chameleon falls over on the other end of the seesaw that Clayton is standing on, launching him into the air directly onto a cross.
Yeah, I would think that then Kingdom Hearts would have been in that conversation with Harry Potter for being burnt for, like, as a banned game and stuff. I don't remember any of that.
I mean, a lot of people say it should be, but for different reasons. Yeah. Clayton is not crucified. I will say, this is arguably less horrific than what actually happens to him in the fucking movie, where he is like... He, like, falls 100 feet and, like, catches his neck on a vine.
Oh, yeah. It's real brutal.
He gets hanged, but, like, at high speed. It's really, really grim.
Yeah.
So it's a mercy in this one when he's simply flattened like a pancake by a giant chameleon heartless. And then Kerchak walks over to Sora and says, "Hey, I'm a chuckster," and he throws him in the air.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just like, fucking see ya.
And then he does the same to Donald and Goofy. But it turns out he's being helpful. He's throwing them up onto a ledge so that they can go find Eeyoo-ah.
That's, yeah.
This is actually kind of interesting because I feel like we don't usually get something like this in this or in a lot of games. Is like they've beaten the final boss and they just go to a new area to, like, explore and do some light platforming.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you had more game to do after that.
Yeah, there's like, they go, like, behind the waterfall, and the platforming is not as bad because you don't have to fall down into the Hippo Lagoon. But yeah, there's a little exploration section behind the waterfall it's just kind of chill. It's like a weird, like, wind down after the boss fight. I kind of like it. But they get to this, like, cave in the center of the jungle. And there's all these I couldn't tell if we could see at first what they were, but they're like glowing butterflies. Yeah. And Tarzan says that they have arrived at Eeyoo-ah.
Yeah, and like they're all kind of disappointed.
Yeah. So it's just like, Tarzan, you idiot. They're not here. And Jane has a little brain blast, and she's like, "Oh, I understand. Eeyoo-ah means heart."
Yeah, not sure how she got there from the glowing butterflies.
I don't know, but if I'm Sora, I would just be like, "Oh, that's not." Oh yeah, because he actually, I think this is like the most dialogue he has in the whole thing. Is he's like, "Sora's friends always in Sora's heart. Without heart, not see friends. That what happened to Clayton."
Right, yeah.
And Sora's just like, that's very poetic, Tarzan, and really not helpful. But no, it is helpful to them because Sora and Donald, they apologize to each other and they're friends again.
Yeah.
Even though it was all Donald's fault and he didn't really apologize that much.
No.
But it's fine.
He's the immortal duck and this is a child, but sure.
Oh, is that your new theory?
Well, yeah. They're Disney characters, right? I don't know.
I suppose they are. I suppose they are immortal. I mean, we'll see. Maybe Donald will die eventually in the games.
Maybe.
Kingdom Hearts, like, 10. Donald is dying of old age. He's been in 50 of these games. It's the 10th game.
He's old.
He's old.
It's old Donald. He has the duck dye virus, and he's it's got to go out for one last mission.
Now he has now become his own uncle. That's how it works. I mean, he's already... Jesus, Donald Duck is 90 years old.
That's what I mean.
I think the first Donald Duck cartoon was in the 30s.
That's what I mean. He's like he's 90, Sora's 14. You'd think Donald should be the bigger duck here.
One would think that really puts it all in perspective. Goofy just leans in and he's like, Donald, I think you could stand to be a little more mature about your conflict with this child.
Yeah.
No, he's being a jerk. All the glowing butterflies flutter away and they reveal the jungle's keyhole, which is a keyhole shaped. I think it's there's vines and moss that make the keyhole or something like that. It's not important.
Nah.
But Sora locks it and he finds another gummy block. And I don't remember when they explain this, but those blocks are referred to as nav blocks. Basically, the lore is every so many worlds they go back to Sid in Traverse Town and he outfits their ship with the ability to go to new worlds. That's what that is. It's not important, but it is happening. Kingdom Hearts. And then Turk shows up.
Yep.
And Turk says, you know what this needed? Everyone's been wondering, could a duck and a gorilla ever make it work?
And maybe.
But there's one bottleneck to the whole thing, which is that Daisy would not approve if her boyfriend fucked a gorilla.
Yeah. He does not get a hall pass for a gorilla.
Fucking Turk's making goo-goo eyes at him, and everyone's like, oh, someone's got an admirer. And Donald literally says, no, Daisy would kill me.
Yeah.
But Donald, what do you want?
Donald's clearly into it.
What is your heart saying right now, Donald?
Yeah.
Your ee-oo-ah.
It's like Phil Collins says, trust your heart, let fate decide, Donald.
I was always really weirded out by the lyrics to that song. Trust your heart, let fate decide, Donald. You'll see that the right thing to do is to make love to a gorilla.
Yeah, well, Phil Collins is on some shit, That's a great soundtrack.
The genius was just sort of flowing through him. I doubt that he even remembers writing those lyrics.
No, absolutely not.
We literally do a keyhole-shaped iris in on Donald being, chased around by a horny gorilla. That's Kingdom Hearts.
Turk wasn't particularly horny in that cartoon. I don't know, we don't need to talk about it.
I don't think Turk ever tried to fuck in the movie Tarzan.
Yeah, plot hole.
Plot hole. A real gorilla would be trying to find a mate.
Yeah.
What's going on here? You're telling me she never fucked Wayne Knight's elephant?
Oh, no.
That was Wayne Knight, right? I didn't make that up.
Yeah, and I guess big elephant erasure in this game. You don't get any... whatever that elephant's name was.
Yeah, Wayne Knight's elephant is the only animal who speaks in this. But then we cut from Donald refusing to have sex with a gorilla to go to the Disney villains lineup. This scene's... Oh, you know what? I was gonna say nothing really interesting happens here, but I mean interesting, important, I should say. I don't know if I'd even say it's interesting, but they're just discussing why did the Heartless, why were they drawn there? And Maleficent's like, oh well, that Clayton, his lust for power was the juicy bait for the Heartless. But this is where they're like, oh, he was too weak. He was never going to be able to really control them. Jafar is like, we need to worry about this kid who's locking the keyholes. But Maleficent says oh, it doesn't matter. There's more worlds where that came from. And the most important thing is we're making great time on capturing all the princesses, including Alice of Wonderland, who is here.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that. Oh, I have one. This I can't imagine would have been in your cutscenes. The last thing that happens in Tarzan World is Tarzan gives Sora his first keychain, which he can use to customize his Keyblade into a cool new design. And Tarzan says that they will always be friends. He says, I'll be in your heart, no matter what the copyright says. And then he's never seen again.
Yeah, I thought, Yeah, I mean that is the big takeaway though. Is they're kidnapping the princesses, I guess. And
I think the Disney World, I think they did a good job with them for the most part. I like that each world does move forward the overall plot in its own way.
Yeah, you get little bits of like how stuff works from it. You get introduced to concepts that you wouldn't have, like, you know, like Cloud mentions he wanted to use the power of darkness, you know, and like the idea that that's a thing you could do.
That's true. That's one of those things that I don't really think about it because I've heard that said so many times now. But yeah, I think this is the first we've learned of like wielding darkness as a source of power.
Right, and the idea that like somebody who's like good might even try to do that, maybe, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. I guess because he's dressed so edgy, I'm just like, oh, Cloud's evil at this.
Yeah, it's more like, yeah, he was just trying to take a shortcut or whatever, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it that way.
No.
Honestly, like, Cloud in this, I don't really remember. I feel like he's in a weird place with the Final Fantasy characters, because it's like Leon and Aerith and Yuffie and Cid are all like hanging out in Traverse Town, and then Cloud is just like in the arena. Yeah,
doing stuff. I kind of felt like they were maybe implying that he was looking for Aerith or something like that, but Aerith's at Traverse Town, right?
She is, but he may or may not know that.
Right.
Because, just to point to another example, I guess I actually don't remember the answer to this off the top of my head of, like, where did they come from? I think I know where they came from, but I don't remember for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's possible. I'm going to have to talk around this too much, so I'll just move on. But, I think that they got separated in a similar way to like Jiminy doesn't know where Pinocchio and Geppetto are. Like when their world was destroyed, they all got like thrown apart. So he might not even know that Traverse Town exists. I honestly don't remember the answer to that. But yeah, whatever the case, he signed a contract with Hades, which I don't know. Final Fantasy VII, it's got the whole like Norse mythology Midgar thing going on, but I feel like Cloud should be a little more savvy about the Greek gods.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to do a job because he's a cool mercenary.
Shit, Greek, yeah. Mm-hmm. Pluto is Roman, I think.
Pluto's Roman, yeah. Hades is Greek, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I haven't played Age of Mythology in a while.
that's the way to know it.
That's how I know everything that I know.
Yeah.
Just generally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the worlds for today. Let me just quickly see what we have next time off, because I don't remember actually. I think we got Agrabah where you dropped the game.
Well, before you get to that, it's time for me to make my stunning confession.
Oh shit, yeah.
So Sam,
because there might not be a next week.
Yeah. So Sam, you told me to just watch to 1 hour 11 minutes and 59 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And I fucked up, and I watched till 1 hour 12 minutes and 5 seconds. So,
oh my god!
So I know I've ruined your plan and the trajectory for the show, and I just hope.
What have you seen?
I saw like 2 seconds of a still screen of Tarzan and Jane and them standing around and them talking.
Well, now the podcast isn't going to work as a format.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just thought we could give people at least one episode before it's all gone. So,
god damn it! Wait, hold on. Does that mean that in theater mode you actually do see Sora receive his keychain from Tarzan?
Well, I don't know. I didn't finish it because I realized I was watching past where I was supposed to. So,
oh no, that's fine. Whatever it was, it can't possibly have mattered. That's so weird. I really wouldn't have thought that would be in it. Well, that's okay. We won't do any more episodes, but I'll let people know what they could have had.
Oh, okay.
Which
Great.
is Agrabah, Monstro, the whale, and this might depend on how this particular video formats it, but or I say video, it's literally just the theater mode from the game. But we might get 100 Acre Wood, perhaps. Or if not that, then Atlantica, Little Mermaid. There are not that many worlds in this.
Hmm.
We might have like 1, 2, maybe like 3 more episodes of Kingdom Hearts 1. Although those last couple worlds are fucking long, so who knows. But anyway, we'll definitely be talking about Agrabah and Monstra next time, unless we don't.
Yeah, I promised the fans I'm going to do the work and figure out how we can make this work, even though I fucked up so bad. So
yeah, even though I already told you that scene happens, the fact that you knew it when you weren't supposed to is devastating for me.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we'll try to get a 3rd episode out of this, but it's a tall order, and I really don't think we're going to do 4 at this point, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wish you had told me at the start, so I could have just canceled the whole podcast.
Yeah, I'm selfish like that. I'm kind of a Donald. I'm sort of the Donald of the show.
And clearly I'm goofy for going along with it.
That's right.
Oh well, that's okay. I think I have nothing else in particular to talk about. Did you have any questions or anything?
No, like I've got some ideas formulating, but I think I'll just talk about them at some other time.
Okay, welcome to Crackpot Corner. Pluto is bad. He has a gun.
Yeah, Pluto's he's got Clayton's gun.
And... he stole Clayton's gun. He puppeted the whole thing. I think, so basically what's happening in this game is that Hades wants to be Lord of the Underworld, and he is. So he's actually been at war with Pluto for millennia.
Yeah.
Because, they're the gods of death. They're foundational parts of the world.
Yeah.
So basically what's happening is Hades has won. He is the Lord of the Underworld. Pluto, he wants to take over. And he knows that because Hades has the power of the Underworld behind him, the only way he's ever going to get the upper hand is if he uses subterfuge. So he is manipulating this poor child, Sora, into going to fight Cloud, because Cloud is sort of Hades' contracted warrior. Sora is Pluto's. So without even realizing it, Sora is serving as a champion to the evil god of the underworld, Pluto, who does have Clayton's gun.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. And when Clayton, was levitated and crucified in that one scene, that was Pluto harnessing the dark energy there to become more powerful. Because it seemed like it came out of nowhere, but it actually had deep meaning.
When we get to Union Cross, we'll talk more about how Pluto was able to turn invisible, the mechanics of that enabled him to seemingly levitate Clayton onto the cross, whereas in reality he was using his invisible, long, stretchy human arms, which that'll come up in a different game. But
yeah, that's we don't have time for that today.
We don't have time for that. I'm getting way ahead of myself. That's like 8 games away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the whole game. I mean, if we don't end up doing another episode, it doesn't matter because we explained the whole plot.
That's right. Sorry.
But for now, we're gonna sign off, and I'm just gonna go seethe about you lying to me. So thank you to our network of noisespace.xyz, where you can listen to all kinds of great podcasts, like And Also With You, Digimon Ghost Gaze, Kamurocho Radio, My Pod Cabbages, that's a good one. You can listen to all these podcasts and the other ones that I didn't say, which I will now say. Video Games, the Movie, the Podcast, Tuning Fork, Wow Cool Robot. They got 2 series of Wow Cool Robot going on right now, because they're doing the Gundam Build or whatever it's called. The one that's a commercial.
Right.
Check that shit out. And we're on Twitter at SoundsBoutLight. Really debating whether to change it to SoundAboutLight. That might be less cringe. Try to go to one of them, and if it doesn't work, it's the other one.
Yeah. The other one is part of the Deep Lore. That's the dark side version of the podcast.
The name we didn't use because our enemies have already taken it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Like we say at the end of every episode.
Keyblade.
Can't wait to get to that 30 episodes from now.
I'm coming.
But it's sure not the Kings.
I think someone has a new admirer.
No. Please, you would kill me.